Hallo.
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 Schönen guten Tag.
Well, hello everybody and welcome back. Welcome back to the world of OMSI-2. So what have I got for you today? Let's have a look. So here we are then. Berlin's famous 100 bus line, version 1. Yep, I just downloaded it a day or two ago. It's a freeware map available on the OMSI web disk. I shall leave a link in the description. It's only got one line on it at the moment. The developer author does go on to say in this manual that he will be adding more as time goes on. But what we've got so far is an absolutely fantastic route, and it's a wonderful addition to those that have got Berlin X10, Berlin BRT, bus DLC already. And you do need to have either X10 or Berlin BRT, either one of those two. And in addition, you do need Hamburg day and night map to make this work. If you haven't got any of those maps, then I'm afraid you're out of luck. Yeah, so let's have a quick scroll through this. Now, the download map only came with a German PDF. And as you can see at the top here, it says translated by Google. After all these years, seriously, I never knew that Google Translate could translate literally your PDF documents. So I just uploaded the German PDF into Google Translate and it downloaded for me an English version. So I was well pleased about that. So anyway, here we go. So this is version 1. The author or developer of this route is Bus Driver 1991. Okay. And we'll just have a quick scroll through. So there's the index. And this is the interesting bit, the forward. He says, welcome to Berlin's famous line 100. Everyone knows or has ridden with her before. Many combine a trip in a double-decker bus with their trip to Berlin. This is the interesting bit. So far, nobody has dared to implement it in OMSI. Maybe also because the line has already appeared for other simulators. But he didn't care. He wanted to drive the 100 line in OMSI. He took 2 years to develop this, and around 180 objects were built by himself. So this is some considerable feat, this is. Even though he lives a good 500 kilometres from Berlin. He goes on to say that he created the buildings with photos from the internet and street view images from Google. I won't read all of it, obviously, because it'll take too long, and that's not what we're here for. Goes on a little bit about the copyright there, and so forth. But the bit I want to get to here is your installation. So you download the map, which is 1.0.0, and then there is some kind of an update you need to download, 1.1. And there are 2 map files you need to download, but you may also need one or more of these dependencies to make it work, because as he says, the following things may not be included due to their copyright, so you've got to download them separately. I did have a bit of an issue myself. This was one of the most hardest maps for me to get up and running quickly, as it were, mainly because of this nebulous road signs. I downloaded this, but it didn't work for me. So a big shout out to Michael Hadley of the Simply Connect virtual bus company that I'm with, for his help in giving me help with this nebulous folder and quite a few other bits and pieces as well to get. Yeah, I thought I was doing pretty good with maps, freeware maps, because some of them, you know, quite straightforward. But nobody likes installing them because sometimes you come across one that can give you a bit of an issue. and you've got to go searching all over the place to get the various downloads to make it work. Yep, there he goes. He does say that you do need 2 payware add-ons. You do need either the Berlin X10 or the Berlin BRT, which is available on Steam. And the other one you do need is Hamburg Day and Night. Sadly, there are no announcements, even though he does say he's a big fan of them. But because of copyright reasons, he couldn't put the original announcements in, so wasn't really allowed to share them. But he does go on to give an explanation of how you can build your own announcements and put them into the route, which is something I may do in the future for myself. See how it goes. The HOF files are in the following vehicles, but I won't be driving any of those. I'm going to be driving my MAN DN95, which is a payware bus DLC, because I do like driving that on Berlin. And this is quite important. You're going to need this bit so that, yeah, you see, because unless I translated this, I wouldn't have known what route to put into the IBIS. So it's quite simple because it's only with a one route. So if you're going to go from Herz Alley to Alexanderplatz, you'd put your 100 and 01 to get that up on your destination blind, and route 02 if you're going to go to Alexanderplatz, etc. Audio tutorial. Now he's got some kind of a HOF file there, which is Berlin Center tutorial. He does say if you select that HOF and place your bus on Herz Alley, then the line 100 is 01, yep, which we've seen up there. And then if you press a particular button, you'll get some kind of announcement which brings you closer to the route. So I don't know if that's going to be some kind of touristy type of thing where he might explain some of the tourist attraction points, or whether it is just some sort of announcements for each stop. But he does give further explanations on the process. I don't know, I've not tried that out, but you can give it a go if you want. A list of known tips and known bugs. I haven't really come across a bug in the 2 times that I've had a practice run with it. What else have we got? And just a final word about it. So yeah, so I think you're going to be quite impressed with this freeware. It's almost payware quality. In fact, it is payware quality, to be quite honest. Yeah, so without further ado then, let's get into it. Right then, so we've selected our map. We've got load map without buses. Change date and time. Let's get the current time, the current date and the current year. Why not? Keep it simple. Click OK. Let's click start. And just wait for our little pop-up menu so that we can pick our start point, our entry point as it were, which is only 2. It's either going to be Herz Alley or Memmenstrasse. I probably pronounced that wrong, but hey, I'm English, you know, it's not easy for us to pronounce German words. So I'm going to select that one, click OK, and while that's loading, I'll see you on the other side. So here we are then, we've landed on the Berlin map, line 100 route. So the first thing we're going to do is pick our bus. Clicking the ALT button on our keyboard to bring this menu up. Let's click the bus icon. Right, let's select our bus. So we're going to pick the MAN bus. Where are you? Here we are, MAN, M-A-N. Now, a lot of YouTubers that do OMSI videos, they'll skip all this and you're straight onto the road in your bus. The timetable is already set up. I don't do that. I like to show all this. Veteran OMSI users can always skip through these parts, but I think it's always helpful for people that are fairly new to OMSI just to see, you know, how you get it all set up and everything. So I always do this because I know how valuable it can be for some people. Right, so we selected the man bus, but we don't want the DL05. We're not going to drive that. We're going to select our DN95, but I want to pick the one with the IBIS machine. So just wait for that to load. Let it load, be patient. There we are. So I've got the DN95 IBIS machine. I'm happy with the livery. If you want to change your liveries, this is how you do it. This will give you a different livery on the bus. Let's check. We've got the right HOF file in, which we need to do. So we're on this Berlin line 100, which is BVG MITI. And we're going to click OK. And that's our start point. So there we are. Our bus has now entered my beautiful MAN DN95. This is a Payware bus DLC. I love this bus. I do like the sound of the engine. It's loud, it's old, and it reminds me of the MAN SD. What is it? The 202, is it? The SD buses in the original Berlin map, the default map. Alright, let's get inside then. First thing we're going to do, see what I mean? It's very reminiscent of the really old style SD type buses. Quick look inside for you. There's the lower deck. And the top deck at the front. Some nice views on the top there. And a view from the top deck at the back. Okay then, back into the cabin, or our little cockpit. Right, first thing we're going to do, get the electrics on. See the bus rising there, fantastic. Get the engine on. Now I am using a Logitech G29 wheel, the pedals. I'm using track IR so that I can look left and right. Wouldn't be without my track IR. It's a must in any driving simulator as far as I'm concerned, for me personally anyway. And I'm using the farming simulator SciTech, or now owned by Logitech, button box. You know, that farming simulator side panel. I've got all my buttons bound to that for the wipers and engine start and all that other good stuff. Right, so let's get our route then. So there's only one line, 100, so that's easy enough, isn't it? Let's pick the top one. What have we got? We don't want to do Herz-Sally. This is where we are, Memherstrasse, 1136. Ooh, it's a bit close for comfort. Let's take the next one up. 1135 already. We'll take the 1156. We can always fast forward. Yeah, we'll take that one. Here we go. And hopefully my timetable should have... I hate starts like this. It looks like we've got to leave here at 11:56, get to the start point, and then depart at 12:03. But every time I do this, my timetable doesn't update. I have to go round twice. I'll show you what I mean, because I haven't fathomed out yet exactly what I've got to do. Right, I'm going to quickly show you how to do this IBIS. Remember, there are no announcements, and I haven't got ticket selling enabled, but it's always handy just to get this set up. So you're on... You look at the front of the bus, we've got nothing on our destination yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick the line curves button there. We're on line 100. sorry about that. Made a mistake there. Line 100. I think I've got that right. Line 100. That's right, it's always got to be a 5-digit number. That's right, always forget that. And our route was 03. I remember in the manual, because we're going to select route. We want to populate this middle bit there. 03. Because we're going to Hertz Alley, the garden. And there we are, it's populated. Line 100. Zoological Gardens in Hertz Alley via Reichstag. And we've got it on the side there. Nice. And we've got it on the back. And that's our start point. Okay, good. And you would press the Q button to on your keyboard just to get through the stops as you go along, because it's not automatic announcements on this, and we haven't got any installed. Well, I think we get the heating on, shall we, because it is a bit cold. Press Shift Y to get that 2 red lines of information at the top there, which is always handy. Let's select number 1. Keep that depressed. See the red dots going up there. Let's get some full heating on. I don't want to press number 3. It's too bloody noisy. Too noisy. Temperature is 15°C in here. Yeah, pretty cold. Hopefully that'll warm up. Okay, let's get some lights on in the bus, which will be these 2. Yep, we've got our lights on. So these up there. Let's get that on. Omni navigation has opened up for me. Right, we've got 17 minutes to go, so let's bring up the clock. Right, fast forwarded 14 minutes. I've got 2 minutes, so I'm taking it then. I've got to get to... I always get confused with this. Leave here at 11:56. It's 11:53 now. And let's go to that first stop. So I'm just going to put the arrow on just for this first part, because we will get our red GPS line coming up eventually anyway. Track IR ready. That's set up. Right, I'm going to go. Now what we've got to do is we've got to turn around. We've got a white line on the traffic light, as you can see the signal. We've got that there. Let's go. Yep. Got to do a right turn. So, is this where I actually start? Because if I do, my timetable up there should repopulate.
Guten Tag.
Yeah, you see, it hasn't repopulated. Start at 11:57. Now, so I don't know why it does this. It should now populate to the rest of the route. We leave at 12:03. It's only 4 minutes. But you watch this. I'm going to show you something now. Watch this. Now I know that the map won't update, the timetable won't update unless it's the only way I can get it the timetable to kick in. I'm just going to cross these tram lines for a second. I know I shouldn't. But if anybody can tell me what I'm doing wrong and why that timetable up there will not repopulate once I hit that first stop. You watch this. If I go round again, it'll work. Telling me I can't move. Oh, sod it, well I'm going to go. Just for this beginning bit. And I'm just going to do a sharp right left turn.
Oh, fällt der Scheiße.
So here we are, back at the beginning. Right back at the first stop. See what happens now. Right, you see what I mean? There we go. It worked. Now why didn't that work the first time when I arrived here? So if anybody knows what I might be doing wrong there, let me know in the comment, because yeah, I can't fathom it out. I always have to do this little round circle thing for it to kick in.
Hallo.
Click that.
Hallo.
And now look. And now my timetable is now give me the rest of it. So anyway, there we are. We're not late, we're on time, we're actually 4 minutes early to be honest, so let's just click forward another one. 3 minutes early. We'll go. Yeah, so that start point always kind of foxes me. I just don't know why it doesn't kick in. I've got my red line now on the GPS, you see it all works. But that's it, that's the only sort of issue I have with it.
Hallo.
So welcome to line 100. There's the tram line I was talking about earlier on, but I've not seen any
Hallo.
trams. We're running too early. Let's just get forward a bit. There we go, 1 minute early. Yeah, so maybe I've got to download the tram add-on. The tram utility to get that working. Oh, I can turn the arrows off now, can't I? Don't need those on.
Hallo.
Let's turn the arrows off.
Hallo.
Oh, I'll tell you what we haven't done. We haven't got real weather on. Oh my goodness. We're in Berlin. Yeah, gotta have real weather. Oh, look at that. Real weather. And it is currently grey and miserable in Berlin right now. So maybe I should put my lights on. Is it? Next lane there, look, because you've got to come into this lane anyway, look. Otherwise you'll end up in the subway. Incredible detail. The size of these buildings. And like the author of the map says, it is very FPS friendly. Certainly is for me anyway. I do get a few stutters at Hertz Alley, the other end, at night, because all the lights are on. You know, all the street lights, all the building lights are on. It's not too bad.
Hallo.
All these points of interest. What a fantastic building, look at that. Wow. Whoops. Yep, pay attention. Oh yeah, the only trouble with this bus, I don't think I've seen it with any other bus. I do get the odd mad passenger that walks down to the bottom deck and just walks around in a circle. waiting to get off. Look, I'll show you. It's really annoying. I've only noticed it on this bus. Also, I've noticed it on the other one. I've been forgetting to, well, I won't bother keep pressing the Q button. You see there, look. That's where we are now, Stadtstopper. So you'd normally press the Q button to change that. And you'd normally get your announcements come through. Look at that over there. Wow. And I love the way he's put static people about, just to give, you know, the illusion that it's got life in the city. It looks like we've got blossom on the trees. I'm not a fan of this blossom. I mentioned it when I was doing Yorkshire not long ago. I'm not a fan of this type of blossom because to me it looks more like snow. A layering of snow. Maybe if it was mixed up with a bit of cherry pink, you know. That's just a personal thing.
Hallo.
I mean, I do like driving in Berlin, in OMSI. Aeroflot. That is huge. Oh, the temperature's got nice and warm. It's now 23°C in the bus, so we turn the heating down a little bit. Oh, we got a tight turn. This is why I love my track IR. Adds to the realism. Oh, come on, hit the stutter. Oh, we've got a few drivers on the map, look. Look at the GPS there. There's 3 of us on there. Yeah, it looks too much like snow, the blossom. Maybe because there's too much of it. Every tree, every bush is covered in blossom. So it's giving the appearance we've had a bit of a layering of snow.
Hallo.
Yeah, too much apple blossom.
Hello.
They mix it with a bit of cherry blossom as well. Not good. Tourist coaches. Oh, got 2 women walking around like crazy. Yeah, it's really annoying that. But that won't stop me from driving my my DN95 because I love this bus.
Guten
And I'll be
Tag.
getting off now
Hallo.
anyway. Till the cycle starts all over again at the next stop. Oh, we're still on time. Taking a nice leisurely drive. I love driving here at night. As I said, I've driven the route a couple of times, one during the day and one at night. I did like the nighttime one. It's pretty dark along this stretch of the road. So for my poor old eyes, I do need the full beam on, even though it's got street lamps, they're not that bright. But it's a wonderful atmosphere to drive at night on this route. Look at that building there.
Tag.
Guten Tag.
Hallo.
Well, it certainly is a grey, old, miserable day in Berlin. Actually, a bit like the UK. We're supposed to be getting some snow across the country at the moment. What's the date today? The 8th of March, yeah. It's quite cold at the moment.
Hallo. Guten Tag.
That's funny. Why is there a Christmas tree still there, look? So what do you think of the route? It's great, isn't it? It really is.
Hallo.
Oh, this is a massive roundabout, this is. I've got to make sure to get in the lane. This is a huge roundabout. Look at all these lanes. Am I on the right one? I'm not sure whether to come over. Stay here, I think. Wow, huge roundabout. Oh, we got another nutter, look. Wow, track IR came into its own on that part. See what I mean? One of the best investments I ever made. Because I'm not really a gamer. I do mostly simulators like trains, buses, flights. But for driving, I must have my track IR. as long as the devs implement it.
Guten Tag. Guten Tag.
Wow, I'm really surprised how good the heater works in this bus. I'm going to turn the
Hello.
heating down a little bit more. It's 24
Hello.
degrees in here. Wow, look at the size of that hotel. Nice. So you wait until the author puts more bus routes on this. Oh, I've got a bit of a stutter there. That was my track IR, moving left and right, see, too quickly. And we're getting towards Sally, so it's quite built up this end.
Hallo.
Guten Tag.
I think it's only about half an hour, this route. Not too long. Yeah, it's getting pretty built up now. Whoop. Caught me out then. Where are we now? We're coming up to Baveruthstraße. That's where we are. We're almost there. We've got about 3 stops. We're approaching Hertz Alley. Wow, this is so good. Freeware map, unbelievable. Seriously. Unbelievable quality. 2 years in the making. If you like OMSI, download this, guys. Show the love. Leave some comments on OMSI web disc. Because it's people like him that keep OMSI alive. What time is it? It's only midday. It's only dark, isn't it? Weather's terrible. Right, I recognise this now from Berlin X10 and BRT Route DLC. Oh, we're just going to make them lights. Just going to make it. Oh, got a stutter there. I always do get a stutter here. Even in Berlin X10. Finished. Got somebody at the garage there, look, at the terminus. Wow, look at that. That's pretty good for me. To be on time. Normally always late. Right, you see, now more on this bit, look, now. Now we've got to pull in to the bus station, and then if we wanted to do our return... See, watch this. This one will change at this end. So that's the last stop. And then this is where we would... take our little break. You see, it works. That came up nicely. Click that. And now, my timetable's populated ready for the journey back if I wanted to do it. So why didn't that work at the very beginning? Don't know. Anyway, so there we are. Let's turn track IR off. We don't need that anymore. Let's turn the indicator off. Let's turn our headlights off. Yep. Let's turn the indicator off and turn the engine off. And I've got just under 3 minutes until I do the return journey, which obviously I'm not going to do. And this is the main bus station, which you'll recognise in Berlin X10 and Berlin BRT. Well, I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's a great map. The author did a fantastic job. Really beautiful route to drive on. Line 100. With more bus lines to be added. So I really do look forward to that in the future. As I said, you can download it from the OMSI web disk forum. I'll leave a link in the description. Don't forget, you do need to have either Berlin X10 or Berlin BRT, either one of those route DLCs, which are available on Steam, and you need the Hamburg day and night for this to work. Right, okay, so I think I'm going to leave it there. And yep, until the next time, take care, cheerio, and bye for now.